What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Keep It Cooler podcast. My name is Jacqueline, and today we are going to be recapping Game 3 of the ALDS Jays versus Yankees. So the Jays were up 2-0 going into New York. I said in my last episode that I felt confident, but I also felt a little bit more nervous. I don't know if I fully expressed that in the show because I want to be a little more positive, but throughout the day yesterday, getting ready for this game, something didn't feel right about getting the win. I don't know what it was. I think just knowing that New York had this momentum, the Jays obviously had to travel to New York, Yankees fans are loud, and that's just how baseball is sometimes. You know, it's not so simple to be able to win 3 straight against a Yankees team that is much better than the team that we first saw in Game 1 and Game 2. But I still felt excited. I still felt like we could win. I just felt like if there was going to be a loss, maybe it would be this game. So, as I said, I still felt confident. I didn't love IKF in the lineup. The lineup looked a little bit interesting to me going into the game, but I was excited for Bieber. Bieber's been in this spot before. He's a vet. He knows what he's doing. And so, started the game. Vladdy's first at bat. A home run, baby. I'm starting off with the good stuff. And for the people who did not watch the game, the Jays ended up losing this game. So I'm just gonna start off by saying that. But the first 3 innings were pretty fantastic, to say the least. They got to Rodon very quickly, Yankees pitcher. It was exciting stuff. But yeah, Vladdy hit a home run, and that's 3 straight home runs in 3 straight games. His second first inning home run of the series. Vladdy, we know, obviously loves to play in Yankee Stadium. He has a great record there. So that was electric, is the best way to put it, man. Like, as I said about, a lot of this series has been electric, and that moment was electric. You could hear a pin drop in Yankee Stadium. It was pretty awesome. And then, yeah, throughout the first 3 innings, it was awesome. The Jays looked pretty great. Other than some errors that we saw from someone like IKF and Barger a little bit later in the game as well. But first 3 innings were amazing. The Jays were up 6-1 at one point. Okay, Rodon had to get out. I believe it was the 3rd inning. Ernie Clement had a huge game. I want to point that out right away before getting into some negative stuff about this game. Ernie Clement went 4 for 4 in this game. It was pretty spectacular stuff. Not someone you expect to have this great game, but he did, and that was exciting to see. A lot of guys actually had solid games. Schneider had a big moment in the game. Obviously, Guerrero, Varsho, Santander had a big hit as well. But other than the first 3 innings, the game went pretty downhill afterwards. So we're up 6-1, and the vibes are so high. But then Barger makes a really costly error, and that changes the way this game is played. And also, Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber's someone that we traded for at the deadline, along with Louis Varland, who I think has been a really great piece. And I know there was a big moment with Varland that did not go well, which I will get to soon, but I think Varland has been really, really great. But Bieber was not. Bieber was not great at all. He was actually bad. He was actually something that we really needed from him. We really needed good stuff from him last night, and we didn't get it. Bieber didn't last 3 innings, allowed 5 hits and 3 runs. So that just kind of sucked. Just kind of being one of our starters, kind of being one of the big names of this team, the big trade deadline name that we got. So that was too bad. But you can't put all the blame on Bieber because our defense sucked. Okay, our defense just wasn't good. Santander in the outfield, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't love the decision to put him out there. I like the fact that they took IKF out of the game early, but unfortunately they put Barger, who made an even bigger mistake possibly. The errors were not pretty. Right? We're playing against a team who is known for their errors, like the Yankees, and the Jays are not. The Jays have a fantastic defense. We've had a great D all year long. And so the fact that they made some mistakes that were costly last night burned. But yeah, the Yankees just they got hot, right? And you feed off the momentum, you feed off Yankee Stadium, you feed off being in New York, right? Home field advantage is a real thing, and that's also why those first two games that happened at Rogers Center went the way they went, because you have home field advantage, right? We have beautiful weather, right? Sunny days, hot days, sold out crowds of the most diehard Blue Jays fans in the world. And then you go into Yankee Stadium and it changes things. The thing that burns the most, though, was the fact that the Jays were up 6-1. And it felt like a bit of a party. It was too early, though. And I said that, I tweeted that out, that this is awesome and stuff, but there's a lot of baseball left to be played. And for the people who were already celebrating, I'm sure they're pretty pissed off, because the Yankees made a comeback. The Yankees ended up winning this game 9-6. And the moment that really silenced everybody was Louis Varland pitching to Judge. First two pitches were strikes, I believe. I could be getting that wrong. But Varland has a nasty pitch. He can throw 101 miles per hour. He has the stuff. He has the stuff that this team needs from a reliever. So I thought we were going to get a strikeout there. But instead, Judge hit. And they're already making a comeback at this point in the game. And the point that really stung was that Aaron Judge hit a freaking home run, 3-run homer against Louis Varland on a pitch that should not have been hit and should not have been a home run, because what Louis Varland threw there was a beautiful pitch that Judge had to kind of like bring his bat in closer to him, and it was inches from being a foul ball. It hit off the foul pole to be a home run. The luck was in the air for them. They just continued to play well. That really made the team collapse. I don't fault Varland. That was a perfect pitch. And also against Aaron Judge, who we haven't seen play well in October, finally got it. So it was kind of poetic for him. And it sucks for us, but that's just how it worked. And that's how baseball is. And I'm not feeling like we're going to lose this series. I'm not. I'm still confident. Tonight, though, we have Game 4. In New York again, same time, 8:08 p.m., and it's a bullpen day. And we have Louis Varland starting, which I like, because we did that against Boston, against our last game of the series during the the second last series of the regular season. We played against Boston, lost the first two games poorly, won the third game nicely, and Varland and Lauer were fantastic in those games, and that, I think, is what we're going to see tonight. We're going to get Varland and then Lauer most likely. A bullpen day scares me, though, because it is the playoffs, because it's the Yankees. They have all the momentum, right? We are like, you can hear a pin drop, I'm sure, in so many people's living rooms during that game. My family and I, we were not happy. Oh, also, by the way, my Vladdy jersey, don't worry, I'm not giving up on my Jays. The Vladdy jersey I did not have time to hang up because my brother was wearing it while watching the game last night, so I have my LeBron jersey up there for right now. But don't worry, I will have my Vladdy jersey or a different Jays jersey up there shortly again. Don't you worry, still supporting my team. But yeah, it was I'm nervous a little bit for tonight, but not the way I felt yesterday. Something about yesterday, just even up 6-1. I didn't feel the excitement yet. It felt too good to be true, and that is kind of what happened. But that's also how sports work, right? It's not likely that you're going to sweep in the ALDS against a team like this. And you know what? It's not a terrible thing that they lost last night. Because I did say this after Game 2, that because of the bullpen struggles, I thought it would be a good thing going into Game 3. Because it's good to have things to work on, obviously. But, you know, I don't regret saying that. It just didn't necessarily help us at all yesterday. But now going into Game 4, I am going to say that losing a game isn't always the worst thing in the world in a best-of-5 series. We are still up 2-1. We have 2 games to do it. I'm hoping we can do it tonight. But the way that we need to do this, obviously the defense has to step up. Our pitching has to be great. But our big names at bat need to step up, because George Springer has been silent. He has had 1 home run, but it was in garbage time. Like, we were already crushing the Yankees, and he hit a homer. We have not seen Springer. So other than that, Springer has done nothing, right? He's our leadoff guy. He's the star of our team. He has had one of the greatest years he's ever had. And Springer also has been here before. He's won a World Series. He was a World Series MVP. So he should be the guy that is leading this team right now, right? It shouldn't be Ernie Clement going 4 for 4, which I love, but we don't expect that from him. We expect that from George Springer. So the way to win tonight is George Springer needs to come back. We need to see that regular season George Springer once again, and Alejandro Kirk. Listen, Kirk had a beautiful, beautiful first game of the series. He has been great this series, but there were some mistakes yesterday, and he did not look good at bat either. So we really need to see Kirk and Springer and Barger too come alive, because what we saw from Barger in the first half is what we need to see again. The first half, Barger was doing numbers, was making people become Jays fans. Barger is my screensaver. Barger really brought a lot of life to this team, and we really need to see that back today. And I really hope that costly error does not mess with his brain. He's a young kid. It's his first year actually playing properly in the major leagues. So I really hope that the guys are able to rally around him. I hope Springer, who is our leader, is able to still be that leader, even though he is struggling poorly, and get these guys going, because we need a win tonight. If we don't get the win tonight, Game 5 will be Friday in Toronto against either Gausman or Savage or both. I don't really know what they're going to do. But that scares me, because then the Yankees come into Toronto with all the momentum in the entire world. So I really want us to get it done tonight. I believe we can. I'm more confident about today's game than I was yesterday of last night's game. Vladdy has been amazing, and you couldn't ask for a better performance from him, and he's playing like the $500 million man he is. And when he slid to home, he didn't slide to home. He flew. Vladdy flew to home, and that was one of the best moments of the year. We've seen it happen at Yankee Stadium with Vladdy before. That picture is engraved in my mind now, of Vladdy just flying in the air to get home, to be safe at home, which is awesome. So Vladdy is playing amazing stuff, right? We need to see the guys keep it going, and tonight I think they will get it done. I know Toronto fans, there's a lot of history with blowing leads and losing. I get it. I get it. I'm sure a lot of people who watch this show are Leaf fans too. There's a lot of history with teams blowing the lead, but this Jays team is different, right? It's not the Toronto Maple Leafs, okay? These are the Toronto Blue Jays, right? George Springer, he's going to come back. Kirky, he's going to make a comeback. Vladdy's going to continue doing what he's going to do. The pitchers, right? We've seen it. The pitchers have a great bullpen day before. We're going to see that again tonight. I'm feeling hopeful still. I am. Got my rally towel here. Still, we want it all, and we're gonna get it all. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. Stay confident. Okay, that's the thing. Stay confident. The pitching was bad yesterday. The big names did not step up, and those errors were very, very costly. But they're gonna rally. They're gonna come back, and they're gonna win tonight, and we're gonna advance to the ALCS. Okay, I'm predicting Springer to have a big game tonight. I'm predicting the bullpen to have a great game. Listen, Judge came alive last night. Good for him. Finally, he's done it, right? The greatest hitter in baseball has never really been clutch in the postseason. He was last night. Great for him. But tonight, that's not going to happen again. The boys are going to be ready. Okay, they're going to come back, and they're going to win this game tonight. All right, that is going to do it on Game 3 recap. As I said, Yankees won 9-6. Aaron Judge was Aaron Judge of, what the Yankees have been expecting from him. We didn't see our big name step up, which I believe we will see tonight. Pitching has got to be sharp. It's got to be sharp. Vladdy's going to continue doing what Vladdy does, and our defense needs to do a good job. I don't want to see Santander in the outfield. I really don't. I feel much better with Springer out in the outfield. Obviously, I'd prefer to have, Nathan Lucas out there and Miles Straw and Dalton Varsho. That's the best outfield, I think, for us. But I know we got to think about our hitters a little bit more right now as well. But anyways, let's go Jays. Blue Jays baseball right here. Need to play with that a little bit today to ease the nerves. But we're going to get it done tonight. Thank you all for watching. And hopefully my Game 4 recap will be a celebration. See you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.